One of the things that I thought was really cool about exploring the Netherlands was learning in an atmosphere that wasn't just a classroom. Every day we were going somewhere new, learning about a different municipality, exploring a different island. We went on an all-day bus tour, exploring a whole bunch of different shops and places just to learn more about the culture and how planning has been really successful in the Netherlands.
It was a really good opportunity before going into the workforce. I had it as my senior thesis, so it was a great opportunity for me to get credit and really have those experiences. And I reference it a lot in my job, multiple times a day, probably even. So I think that was the most important thing.
It was just a lot of really unique experiences that still excite me 4 years later to talk about. And whatever your major, I think it's worth at least exploring the program to see what it has to offer, because it's something that I definitely was excited to do and meet a lot of really great people from around the world there. It's not every day that you get to fly across the world, learn about different cultures, and then be personally escorted by a professor who is from the area. So I think it's one of the more niche programs.
I would think the most special thing about visiting the Netherlands was just to really experience the different culture and see how their planning was completely different than ours, and really focusing on the pedestrian and multi-use of travel with trains and buses and biking and walking, kind of favoring all of those more than the car.
So to see so many people, like some of these people are it looks like they're in their 80s, cruising around town. The space in that country and at different cities was built around being mobile and being agile, which helps create a better and healthier lifestyle for all of the residents there.
I also enjoyed just the culture shock of all the bikes, all the people walking. I think there's more bikes than people in Amsterdam is a statistic I've heard, which I totally believe in being there. I think a reason why you should go is definitely if you're taking the geography degree. It's a great capstone. It's a great way to do the capstone, and just being able to experience the Netherlands as a local, going to the local bars, meeting up with people who live there. It's a great experience to really feel more than just like a tourist in the country.
4 years later, I talk about it all the time, and it was just really important.